Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to St. Joseph Academy for tonight's Ohio High School Athletic Association matchup between the Howland High School Tigers and your St. Joseph Academy Jaguars.
The schools playing tonight's game are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the rules and eligibility and contest regulations.
The officials assigned to this game have been extensive requirements set by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and have been approved by both schools to provide their important role in tonight's game.
Your support of the student athletes on the court in tonight's match is appreciated by both member schools competing. Though both teams are rivals, they are expected to exhibit the qualities of good conduct throughout the contest, and the administration of both schools requests the same from all viewers.
Both teams will continue warming up for the next 5 minutes, and then we will take part in prayer, the national anthem, and announcing starters. just announced our starters. Starting for the Howland Tigers is Mia Thomas, Mary Moy, Sophie Powell, my apologies, Riley Vilwalk, and Maya Kumbanznik, maybe?
And for your St. Joseph Academy JagWire, your starters are Bree White, Ruth Becker, Morgan Wersch, Melanie Alvarenga, and Kate Mocho. Your normal starters for the JagWires today. Should be a good game. Luckily this time the Jags have got a bit of a height advantage here on their home court. So rebounding and boxing out hopefully shouldn't be as much a problem as it was in the last home game versus Mags.
Yeah, so stark contrast from their game last Thursday against Magnificat High School, where height was a huge factor in unfortunately losing that game. Tigers will take it up court first.
Jags starting off here in man-to-man. Good ball pressure by Kate Mocho on the perimeter.
It's a fun night here. Got all the youths. It's youth night. Melanie Alvarenga able to get that offensive rebound over to Morgan Wersch, who passes that up to Bree White, who puts that up for the first two on the scoreboard for the Jaguars.
Great score by Bree White there. Able to handle that pass and get it up, especially run on that fast break. Bree White with a good deflection off the press. She'll find Ruthie Becker on the perimeter, who looks and swings it back to Melanie Alvarenga, who will then swing it to Kate Mocho.
Kate Mocho will work her way to Morgan Wersch, up to Melanie Alvarenga once again.
You see Melanie here setting up some offense, getting everybody to calm down a little bit and just setting the tone for how this game wants to go. Good crossover there by Ruthie.
I'm anticipating something action from Kate Mocho here, wide open. No defenders on her. Morgan Wersch will take that shot and miss it.
Unlucky shot there, just got a little more strength under it there. Morgan Wersch's strongs are definitely down in the post. She's big and she's pretty strong, so. But, you know, no worries. Everybody misses a couple threes in the game. It's going to take you a little while to get going. Turnover there.
Yeah, a little miscommunication intended for Ruthie Becker. Tigers able to get it back.
Little showing there on the jumper from Tigers. Battle for the rebound, and Howland gets an offensive rebound there.
That's a travel.
Say middle of the floor, especially through the press. It's always where you want to go, but some of those really overhead light passes are harder to, they kind of float around, they get tipped really easily. As you can see there, Kate Mocho tried to go with bounce pass.
She's able to kind of tip that off their hands, though.
Yeah,
they're unable to make that
defense.
shot. Kate Mocho will take it back up. Redeemed herself a bit there. Over to Melanie Alvarenga up for Ruthie Becker, who will take her three. Unfortunately, a little too powerful there.
Kate Mocho tried to deflect it off Howland player there. I think it came back and hit her toe, but great effort there. And like we said, everybody misses a couple threes at the beginning. Just a matter of warming up a little bit and getting your shot going here. Again, here comes Joes with fast press and the quick trap on the sideline.
Melanie Alvarenga able to tip that off. Bree White's able to get to it, and Ruthie Becker sits on that arch a little bit.
Yeah.
Ruthie Becker and Kate Mocho, some strong three-point shooters here for the Jaguars. Keep your eye out for them tonight. They're usually, a lot of times, some of our leading scorers.
Yeah, for sure.
Except last game, this past Saturday against Brunswick High School, Bree White and Morgan Wersch made their, unfortunately, a travel for Bree White. Were the leading scorers for that game, Bree White and Morgan Wersch. Just showing that they're all around pretty fantastic and phenomenal individually. It's really important that they continue, though, to prioritize their team and how they work together. I think sometimes it can be easy to get lost in those individual talents and trying to perform your very best. Sometimes.
There we go. Great tip by Bree White there. As we were saying before, that middle of the court, some of those easy, like, light floater passes are just going to get tipped or blocked.
Ruthie Becker to Kate Mocho. Melanie Alvarenga able to keep it in. She'll tip it off.
Great hustle there, though, trying to stay with it.
That'll be Tigers' ball as Melanie Alvarenga makes contact with it last.
Yeah, as you can see, Melanie is definitely on the top of the arc trying to set up an offense. And I'm not sure. We saw Coach Z in the huddle trying to draw up a couple plays, work on some couple offenses. And it's great to see them trying to work through it. But, again, at some point, if the play's not there, sometimes you just got to go with it.
Bummer there. Melanie Alvarenga able to steal that, but bounces off her foot in doing so. Morgan Wersch playing some strong defense.
Picks up her first foul there. Missed box out down low, but that's okay. Help defense has got to be there to help rebound as well.
For sure. I think it should be worth noting that there are 6 seniors on this team,
Yes.
with 3 captains on the court at the moment.
Mhm.
That being Morgan Wersch, Kate Mocho, and Melanie Alvarenga. Gabby Croce currently, she usually goes in with our second string.
Yeah.
But it's really great to see them work together. A lot of them have played together since 6th grade or even
Yeah,
younger.
yeah.
You know, it just happens to be youth night as well, but that's kind of where a lot of these girls beginning it and their love for basketball started. Melanie Alvarenga over Morgan Wersch will put up 2 for the Jags.
Good pass there by Melanie Alvarenga through traffic and just being able to stop and get that pass over.
Tigers able to call a timeout. These girls have played together since 6th grade. This is, Morgan Wersch. I got the chance to talk to her about this, but they formed such a great bond. She believes they've cultivated a really dynamic culture at the SJA basketball program. That's pretty special. The memories, the support, and the camaraderie. Wow, that's a hard word. It's really irreplaceable. She hopes that in coming years she'll have a lasting impact on the younger grades so that they can carry it forward when they are seniors themselves. I think it's really great to see these 6 seniors kind of considering their impact, what they'll be leaving behind very shortly.
Youth night is always fun. Always fun to see some of the grade school kids come out, and a lot of these girls here that I know I personally recognize, they come to a lot of summer camps, they come to a lot of stuff. They know the players, know the girls.
Our true supporters in the Jaguar community.
They know the girls. They know some of the coaching philosophies, how St. Josephine Jaguars like to play, and it's always great to see them over here supporting our girls.
Number
Good
14.
help defense there by Kate Mocho down low. Your score is currently 4-1 Jaguars, about 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go
in the first quarter. It'll be interesting to see, compared to the Jaguars, how high of a scoring game this can be. Unfortunately, missed pass. That'll be a little bit too strong. Tigers will take back possession.
Morgan Wersch with pass, a little bit too high for Ruthie Becker to quite go up and grab. I believe that's second or third turnover for the Jags here on some of these fast break, press break plays.
It'll be interesting to see how these Jags go up against in this game. Howland has a 2-3 record at the moment. Just lost to Archbishop Hoban on December 11th as the Jags competed up against Brunswick this past Saturday and took that win. Both teams, I think, have struggled their decent amount. Unfortunately, the Tigers able to get 2 on the board there. Kate Mocho will take it back up, pass that over to Melanie Alvarenga, who'll make the long pass to Ruthie Becker. Possibly a future as a quarterback based on that pass.
Yeah. And again, like you've heard a lot of people talk about, I know we've talked about it too, Melanie's court vision, just being able to see the whole floor and really get those passes where they need to be, as Sophie Selleck checks in for Bree White here. Little bit of a miscommunication with the substitution setting up the press there, so Howland is able to get across half court pretty easily.
Unfortunately, Sophie Powell, number 14 for the Tigers, wide open but misses that shot.
Yeah, she was kind of deep behind the arc.
Kate Mocho will make the pass to Ruthie Becker, who'll go for the 3, and she'll make that.
Great shot. And those are the tough passes that you see Sophie Powell, she took on the other side for the Howland Tigers. Again, coaches, they're most of the time they're pretty fine with that shot. You'd rather have them shoot a 3 from way beyond the arc as Tigers get in and score there in the paint. But most coaches would rather have some of these players take some really wild, quick, unbalanced shots beyond the arc on a fast break.
Yeah, Ruthie Becker fights that defender there.
Risky pass there by Morgan Wersch in the middle of the floor, not quite strong enough.
Ruthie Becker will go for the 3 again, bounces right off the rim. Tigers get that rebound, my apologies.
Kate Mocho with some good on-the-ball defense there.
Melanie
Good quick
Alvarenga
recovery.
There to help her out. Tigers will put it up for 3. Your score with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first is 7-8 with Howland with a 1-point lead. Kate Mocho tries to make that pass to Ruthie Becker. That'll bounce off a Tiger's foot. Ultimately, it'll be Jaguars' possession.
Here comes in Brooke Haddad for the last 2 minutes and 45 seconds from Morgan Wersch. Morgan Wersch will get a breather on the bench. Yeah, and sometimes these games are hard because you look at some of the matchups with how talented the Jags roster is, and sometimes these games are a little hard because, again, Howland's schedule has been they've played some pretty difficult teams, but that Joes can play to such a stronger caliber that sometimes the Joes here will play down a little bit. Not down, but it's kind of hard to pick up that energy, after a long day long day of school, finals week, and just playing kind of a lower caliber team. It's kind of hard to get that energy and that enthusiasm up. Hopefully Jags can pick it up here a little bit in the second quarter.
For sure.
And Cam
Jaguars
Croce will be checking in for Kate Mocho.
Yeah, both Jaguars showing some strong offense there. Struggled with the ball a couple times, but they keep it in their possession.
I won't lie, Jags have had a little bit of trouble with press break this season, and as you can see, Jags have had a couple early backcourt turnovers that have cost them some points and some good possessions.
Yeah, I think it's really important that they find those opportunities to put it up, and they don't stall too much. I've seen that a couple times this season. Melanie Alvarenga
with a three. Great shot. Great crossover down low by Ruthie Becker to swing it back out, and a good quick swing out to the arc.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel the Jags a bit this season have stalled a little bit, not quite confident in where they are and how they're going to shoot. I think it's really important that they find that confidence while also just take those opportunities as they come.
Yeah, for sure. Your score is 10-8. Your St. Joseph Academy Jaguars with about 1:30 to go. Melanie slowly walking up the floor, trying to waste a little bit of that clock time. Quick crossover there. Into the lane, in through traffic. As refs call foul. And Kate Mocha will sub back in for Melanie Alvarenga. Melanie will get a break here on this last minute. Expecting most of your starters to go back on the court here unless Coach D decides to go with starting rotation from your bench on the second quarter. Switch as Howland gets inside and ties it up 10-10 with about a minute to go, and St. Joseph Academy JagWire coaching staff wants timeout. We did get to sit down and talk to Kate Mocho here a little bit, and we asked her how she was feeling about the season. She said she's feeling optimistic and excited for the season. Obviously, her senior year, she's a team captain. She's got high hopes for what this team can accomplish together, and everybody's been working hard to focus on their strengths of the team, and she thinks that they are more than capable of having success here in this regular season and the postseason. Jags off to a bit of a slow start here, a couple turnovers, but with 1:12 to go here in the first quarter, hopefully they can pick it up a little bit and get going offensively on the second quarter. Kate Mocho swings it over to Cam Croce, who's now checked in. Good roll there by Brooke Haddad, and that's what some of these other posts on the bench got to learn to do too. I know sometimes it's hard for the guards to get that pass over down low into the post, but Brooke Haddad she had a great roll. That's a bit of a wild shot thrown up there by Howland. But good pass again by Cam Croce down low. Brooke Haddad's got her first 2 points of the game. And Nia French will be checking in for Ruthie Becker. So now on the floor for your St. Joseph Academy Jaguars, we've got Cam Croce, Sophie Stellick, Kate Mocho, Nia French, and Brooke Haddad. So bringing it up the floor here, directing some traffic. Brooke Haddad with a quick crossover and turn. I thought she might have had a reach-in foul there, but no call from the refs. Howland calls a 30-second timeout here as multiple players are on the floor fighting for that ball. Second timeout here for the Howland Tigers as they make some substitutions. And as you can see here on the screen, we have about 30 seconds to go. Your St. Joseph Academy Jaguars are up 12-10 on the Howland Tigers. You see some of the bench players here trying to hype up the players that we have on the floor, trying to get some energy going. Like I said, playing a bit of a low caliber team here for your St. Joseph Academy Jaguars. It's a little bit tougher to kind of get that energy level and that momentum going. As you can see here, some of the senior leadership on the court from Kate Mocho directing players where they need to be. And Jags are going to press for this probably last segment here in the first quarter. Howland breaks through that press pretty easily. Brooke had poking here with some good defense.
Some strong defense there from Kate Mocho and Nia French. Sophie Stalick will take it up for the Jaguars. Over to Cam Croce, who'll put it up for three. Can't quite make contact with the brim there either.
Yeah, I think she had a little bit of travel there trying to get that jump stop. She picked the ball up, and I think she took a bit of a 1-2 hop there. And for your Jaguars, Bree White, Ruthie Becker, and Melanie Alvarenga checking back in. Like we said, we anticipated Coach Z would come back to this second quarter with the starters on floor, which looks like that's what he's doing.
Yeah, at the beginning of the second quarter, it is 12-10 with the Jaguars with a 2-point lead. I think it's interesting to see tonight in particular, Emily. Even when I sat down with Coach Z, he said probably the biggest challenge on this team is size. And like learning how to spread the floor, create those open areas to really attack the basket is really important to them this season. Doesn't seem to be like that much of an issue with this team in particular.
Yeah.
Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, stark contrast to the Magnificat game just last Thursday. Where the Jaguars really struggled. Even just defensively.
Yeah, and I definitely think that being open, getting the floor open, creating some space, again, I think that has a lot to do with some of the pick and roll action there as Melanie Alvarenga crashed for the offensive board. Pick and roll action, you may not have height, but you've got some really strong posts here.
And Kate Mocho with the three.
Great to see her get off to a good start here in the second quarter, her first 3 points of the game. But as I was saying, like Brooke Haddad, Bree White, Sophie Stalick, you've got some really strong posts that can easily post up and that are quick off the roll. So I think that's definitely something that they can improve on. And that's something that's definitely going to get some more open shots because, again, your team is also super guard heavy. So being able to have that pick and roll threat and the option to kick to the outside for a three-point arc, I mean, what more can you ask for in a team? So I think they do got to run a little bit more pick and roll action. That's something I'd like to see here in the coming games.
Melanie Alvarenga will not take it up for the Jaguars. Melanie Alvarenga is an interesting player to watch in the way she leads this team. Morgan Wirsch with a great pass over to Kate Mocho, who will try to put that up for three. Isn't quite successful as that last shot, but Jaguars keep it in their court.
Yeah, good save there by Bree to get it back inside.
Bree White can't quite make contact.
Good move there, but like
there.
I said, just inside, having some of that post presence. Even you saw Morgan Wirsch inside, quick kick out. All the defenders are reacting to the inside, and that just leaves a pretty good wide open three as Howland scores two there in the paint.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, Melanie Alvarenga, an interesting leader to watch, very much an example by doing type of leader, even captain, I should say, but phenomenal to watch in the way she communicates with this team, and I think sets the bar and expectations for them. Just as they do each other, but I know if Melanie's talking about something, I would very much listen to Melanie.
Yeah, no. She's, I think, probably one of the most vocal leaders. As Bree White does a good job in taking the blocking, getting a blocking foul called there. She'll go up and shoot two. Way to be aggressive and attack the ball. But no, like you said, Mel, I think she's definitely probably one of your most vocal leaders on the court. Even on the bench, she's, her and Kate Mocho do a fantastic job of talking on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Even when they're not in, kind of directing traffic, making sure, especially some of the underclassmen, knowing where they're needed. And I think that's something that's super important as a team captain. I think that's something that both Kate Mocho and Melanie Alvarenga do very well.
For sure. Bree White will take the first shot for the Jaguars. She'll make it. Emily, I just have to say, it is very cute seeing all these little kids
I know.
in our gym. It's again, very big difference compared to school masses,
Oh,
pep rallies,
yeah.
pause for pride here.
Bree White a little strong on the second free throw, but yeah. I mean, it's always nice to have a little bit of crowd. I know Monday night's a little tough for some of these young kids to come on out and watch the Jags play, but luckily they had an early enough tip time today, so I think that's pretty good. And it's always nice to have a little bit of a crowd here on a home game on a
Ruthie
weekday.
Becker with some strong defense.
Morgan Wersch getting beat on the inside there.
Melanie Alvarenga will take it back up. She'll make the pass to Bree White, who will go for the three. And bounces right off the back of the rim, but Morgan Wersch able to get it back over to Ruthie Becker, over to Melanie, over to Bree, and she'll try that again. Can't make that again. Those are crucial shots to be making tonight. And Melanie
Melanie with
Alvarenga
the
finally
second
makes
effort.
it.
I mean, great effort there by Bree.
Yeah, it's really important that they stick with it.
Yeah,
follow
keep
through with
fighting, keep getting your stuff, keep taking your shots. Some nights you're just feeling a little bit unlucky, but keep taking your shots. Your shots are going to fall. Good defense there by Melanie Alvarenga to apply pressure.
Yeah,
And we've got a foul here on Howland.
With 5 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the second quarter, your score is 18-12 with the Jags with a 6-point lead. Yeah, I think these little kids bring a lot of energy and spirit.
Yeah.
I can hear their cheers.
Yeah, I know.
Melanie Alvarenga, tries to make the pass to Ruthie Becker. Tiger is able to make a little bit of contact with it. Kay Mocha will go for the three, and she'll sink it.
Yeah, it's great to see Kate and Ruthie shooting well. They had a little bit of some struggles in the Mags game. I think definitely having to handle all that ball pressure and bringing the ball up the floor takes you out a little bit, and that's what's nice to see with Melanie and Gabby on the court sometimes. They're more accustomed to being a true, I'm not saying that Kate and Ruthie are on a point guard, but Kate and Ruthie score the most points, and they're the most effective when they have the opportunity to get up, spot up, shoot, off the curl, off the dribble, instead of having to deal with all that ball pressure, bringing it up the court, trying to facilitate offense, all those things. So it's nice to see them get going here as Nia French will check in for Bree White.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think Ruthie and Kate in particular, that Austin Town Fitch game, the Walsh Jesuit game have been great displays of the talents they both possess. Really excited to see how they continue to develop this season. Morgan
Quick
Wersch
swing
looking
there.
for the spot to shoot, but she'll make that pass to Kate Mocho. Nia French gets it back. Nia French, also a phenomenal player. A little too much power there on that shot. Kate Mocho gets it back over to Nia French. Will put it up for three.
A little too strong again here. But
some strong defense from Melanie and Morgan.
Mel doing a great job getting on the floor there to try and tie that ball up.
Yeah, Nia French, I personally think a very phenomenal player that doesn't get enough credit. She's only a sophomore, which is, spectacular. Had a pretty good game against
She had a great game against Magnificat. Coach Z had to go to his bench pretty early in that game due to some foul troubles. So it was great to see her bench overall just step up in that game. I believe Nia had close to about 13 points in that game. And just seeing her, great backdoor cut by Kate Mocho. Unlucky roll off the rim. Ruthie Becker had a right idea. Great cut there by Kate, though. But yeah, watching Nia, she's great. She's scrappy. She's fast. She can run, get up and down the court pretty quickly. She's always fun to watch. And Brooke Haddad will check back in for Morgan Wersch. Morgan Wersch taking a break there. She does look a little winded. Your score now is St. Joseph's Academy 21, your Howland Tigers 12, with about 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Tigers trying to work the paint a little bit. Ruthie Becker showing some strong defense. And we'll go back to Jaguars territory.
Gabby Croce checking in for Ruthie Becker here now. On the floor for your Jags, you've got Kate Mocho, Melanie Alvarenga, Gabby Croce, Brooke Haddad, and Nia French. A very guard-heavy lineup here, so look for Brooke to hopefully post up, down on the block, excuse me.
Nia will go for the three again. A little short there, bounces over. Gabby Croce tries to make the shot, but Tigers are able to get it back.
Way to get back there by Melanie.
Brooke Haddad fights for it. That'll go to Tigers' possession.
Yeah, like I said, this rotation here is a little bit guard heavy, so you hope to see Melanie take the ball up the floor, get Gabby and Kate on the perimeter, and either have Nia or Brooke down low. Brooke's very strong player, very sturdy. As you can see, they're not backing down on defense.
Yeah, I think the Jags are doing a great job tonight, preventing the Tigers from even getting the chance to plant their feet and score. It's something that I think with this tough schedule that the Jaguars have this season,
Yeah.
they should really take advantage of. And once they kind of build that score cushion, they're able to practice those, what they need to, and excel at their individual.
Yeah, no, totally. And again, I mean, once you get, hopefully they'll pick up a couple more points here. Good cut in the middle by Melanie Alvarenga. Just a little short getting up to the rim. But once you get a nice bit of that score cushion, that's where you can, as a player, you can take a deep breath being like, all right, I did my part. I've got to keep working on the fundamentals, but I can go out. I can work on my shot. I can work on some post moves. I can work on my passes. Gabby Croce taking a charge. Great way to get in position down low. Great play. But, yeah, as we were talking, score cushion, you get a little bit of relief there being like, all right, I did what I'm supposed to do for my team. I contributed. I mean, you should always play unselfish. Like, if you don't have a shot, don't take it. Quick passes, working on boxing out, rebounding, outlets, all that stuff. But it gives you a little bit more confidence and a little bit more leeway to kind of just work on some of those things that you can improve on.
For sure. Kate Mocho and Melanie will work it back and forth. She finds Nia. Brooke Haddad back to Nia French, over to Melanie Alvarenga. She'll go up for the shot. Oh, and
Unlucky in and out there.
got to go to Tiger possession.
Believe he called a foul on Brooke Haddad there. Nope, Nia French. That'll be her foul. Nope, Brooke Haddad. That'll be her first foul of the game. Yeah, again, some of those just risky, real light overhead passes just in the middle of the court. As you can see, Howland did bring up their defense a little bit closer to the volleyball lines you see there on the court. Good defense and recovery there.
Melanie Alvarenga and Nia French try to keep it in for the Jaguars, but ultimately are incapable of doing so.
Little confusion on the substitutions here. Looks like Lizzie Gus was coming in for Kate Mocho. That is not the case. I'm sure she'll check in on the next dead ball. Brooke Haddad catches the air ball from Howland.
Makes the
And
pass over
Kate
to Kate
Mocho
Mocho.
pushing it up the floor.
One thing about Kate, Melanie, and Ruthie, I think I can say confidently of those three. I'm sure all the others do too. They don't mess around. They want to get the action quick and done. Unfortunately, miscommunication there.
Kickball, but now here comes in Lizzie Gus for Kate Mocho. Hopefully it'll work out this time. But yeah, I mean, those three, the best way, fast breaks are some of the easiest points you're going to get. Sometimes you're going to miss a lot of those layups just because pressure, moving fast. But fast breaks are definitely super helpful because if you can push it, you're not letting the defense get set up. You're not forcing yourself to bring it back out, come up with a play, get everybody set. Fast breaks are definitely some of the easiest points you're going to score in the game. And that's something that all three of our main point guards here do really well. Good find inside from Melanie Alvarenga to Brooke Haddad. Again, such a strong presence in the post. She's great down there. I hope to see her get some more minutes soon because she does just wonderful things down low and provides miscommunication there on the switch.
Tiger is able to put 2 on the scoreboard. 23-14 with 1 minute and 39 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Gabby Croce takes the pass from Melanie Alvarenga.
Gets tied up down about free throw line with the jump ball. But yeah, Brooke Haddad, again, like I've said before, she's such a strong, such an athletic player. She's so great to watch, especially down low. And again, like I said, I hope to see her get some more minutes because you don't really have a huge post presence this year with really any of your starters at least. So being able to see her get inside, as you see, she had a great backdoor cut there. Lizzie Gus for 3, just a little strong off the back of the rim. And here comes Jags diving for that offensive rebound as Ruthie Becker looks to check back in.
She'll check in for Melanie Alvarenga. Now on the court is Brooke Haddad, Gabby Croce, Lizzie Gus, Ruthie Becker, and Nia French.
Yep, and here comes Coach Z with his bench to finish out the half, which I think is good. Your starters, they played hard. They've been out there for a majority of the game.
Sophie Stuck, most likely about to sub in for Ruthie Becker.
Yeah.
Tigers working the arch a little bit, but Nia French says no thank you, and she works that right back up for the Jags.
Yeah, some of those baseline passes. They're some of the hardest passes you're going to make because you're usually just one-handed, like really having to push the ball across the court. Brooke had it there with a good offensive rebound. Nia French calling for it. Good kick there by Gabby Croces. Nia knocks down the three. 26-14, your St. Joseph Academy Jaguars. About 45 seconds to go.
Again, I have to say, I'm continuously impressed
Yeah.
with Nia French and what she brings to the court. I feel like whenever she's in and with whoever she's in with, her skills adapt, and she really
Yeah. As
just a versatile player. But fortunately, that'll jump off her foot.
Little
Return
bit,
to Tigers
yeah,
possession.
a little bit low bounce pass there, but as you can see, her speed, she's got a great shot, and I think she's very mature for as young as she is, playing with this varsity team.
For sure. And, you know, she does play half a JV.
Yeah.
You know, and ends up swinging for varsity a lot. But playing for JV, too, like, you have to consider could be exhausted by the time we get to this varsity matchup. Brooke Haddad will take it down for the Jaguars.
As we were just talking, Nia French, Gabby Croce there. Good help down low.
Ruthie Becker will go for the three, and she'll make that. You know, I was a little worried, I have to be honest. Saw Ruthie Becker doing lunch today, and she said, "Mary, I'm a little tired." And I said, "No, you're not."
I would be too after finals week here, but your score at the half is 29-14 Jaguars. End of the second quarter here, and we hope that they can bring the same energy and intensity out in the second half against your Howland Tigers.
Yeah, for sure. We will tune back in just a second. All right, JagWire fans, if you are familiar with any of our broadcasts, we typically, around 3 minutes, 2 minutes, we do a little Jaguar trivia. But here's a little twist tonight. It is a little close to Christmas time, so Alexi, our camera lady, take it away.
The question is, what words follow Silent Night in the song?
All right, you heard her. What words follow Silent Night in the song? Leave your guesses in the chat, and even if no one does, we'll announce the answer right at about 45 seconds remaining in halftime. We look forward to seeing your guesses. All right, and we are back. Alexi, what is the answer? What follows Silent Night in the song?
Holy Night.
Thank you for participating, even if it was just in your head.
All right, and we are about to start the third quarter. Once again, your St. Joseph Academy Jaguars are up 29-14 on Howland. And on the floor for your St. Joseph Academy Jaguars, we have your starters, Kate Mocho, Morgan Wersch, Ruth Becker, Bree White, and Melanie Alvarenga.
Referee talking to Coach Z here. Not sure if there's some sort of miscommunication issue, but
Yeah, I mean,
I'm a big fan of these refs tonight. I have to be honest.
me too.
They were very friendly.
Yeah.
Emily and I were sitting up here
We
before
got
the
a
game and they were
couple waves
waving.
in the booth, yeah.
It's very rare that we get much attention at all up here.
Morgan Wersch there, not looking for the pass as she's cutting through the middle. Jags are going to inbound it here. I did see Coach Greg talk to Melanie and Kate on the sideline. It looks like he was trying to drop a play. Oh, and great pass there. Bree wide open in the middle. Good pass there by Melanie.
31-14.
Easy bucket here to start off the third quarter for your Jags.
Tigers, interested to see how they come back after this halftime. Whether they work a little stronger, more defensively or offensively. Ruthie Becker takes the fall, but
Good
she
strong
gets right
rebound
back
there
up.
by Mel.
Morgan Wersch tries to make that layup. Can't quite deliver there. That's a foul.
Miss layup down there underneath. Again, like we said, some of those fast break, they're just going to be some of the hardest points you have because you feel like you got some pressure, like you got all your eyes on you, but just Morgan Wersch a little bit too strong at the backboard as she subs out here early, and Coach Z puts Brooke Haddad back in, which I said in the first half, I'd love to see her get some more minutes just because she is such a strong presence down low. So great to see her check in here early in this third quarter.
Tigers looking to drive there, but
Close travel there by Howland. Melanie doing a good job. Oh! I thought maybe Brooke had a jump ball there, but once again, the refs disagree with my call, so Howland will go to the line to shoot 2.
it's a story of life, Emily.
You know, I'm playing for the last 3 years, you're telling me.
Sometimes I watch the Cleveland Browns, and I am like, that's a bad call. And then I remember it's just a bad team.
Some of these calls I get, they're hard to see down low, but I definitely thought Brooke got all ball in that one, as Howland makes both their free throws at the line to get to 16 points. As
Melanie Alvarenga will work it up.
swings it over to Kate Mocho.
Ruthie Becker stays pretty far back, which isn't her usual territory, but Kate able to make the pass over to Brooke Haddad.
Quick
She'll make
jump
that.
there up top by Howland, looking to get some pressure on these guards. Good fake there by Melanie Alvarenga, going strong up into contact, and she'll go free throw line to shoot 2.
Interesting game though here. Kind of a low foul game.
Yeah.
Very different than the Magnificat game, which
Oh, yeah.
we'd hit 5 fouls by the first quarter.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I definitely do. I think you see a little bit of a difference
Melanie
here.
Alvarenga missed that first shot.
Between, obviously, there's quite a difference between Howland and Mags, but sometimes Joe's fouling's a bit in like retaliation, or not even retaliation,
She'll miss
just
that
kind
second one as well.
of trying to get even with this team here. Mag's ball pressure compared to Howland's ball pressure was just so extreme and very tough for our guards to handle down low. Melanie Alvarenga with a block from behind. She's pushing up the floor.
She's saying, I don't care if I didn't make those free throws. I'm determined to get it back.
Great pass inside
Bree
Bree
White.
White. As you can see, some great post presence there. Quick spin move off the dribble there from Bree White. Great finish. Close to being another travel there for Howland.
Yeah, interesting to see how they seem to be working the arch quite a bit, but have not made much scoring in doing so. Brooke Haddad.
Brooke Haddad takes a bit of a tumble. Risky pass there out by Kate. Quick swing down low.
Kate Mocha with the
With the
three,
three.
and she'll make that. It's no big deal.
And this is some of the great teamwork you see here. Again, I've emphasized it before in previous broadcasts, and now Kate and Ruthie are fantastic three-point shooters, and they do their best work off the catch, off the dribble, three-point.
Bree White will get that back over to Melanie Alvarenga.
And that's something that Melanie obviously has a lot of pressure on her shoulders. Being the number 1 point guard, good pass inside to
Bree
Ruth
White.
Becker.
Or to Bree White from Ruthie. Can't quite make that shot though. Tigers will take it back up court.
But again, Melanie just playing at the varsity level for a couple years. Being able to handle this type of pressure as she dives on the floor here, fighting for a loose ball, combined efforts with Kate Mocho. That's just something that Melanie does super well and allows her other teammates to get in position where they need to be to best execute their own individual abilities. Turnover there by Brooke Haddad off the pass as Sophie Selleck subs in for Bree White.
Yeah, I have to say, after watching a couple of these games recently this season, you know, when I had the chance to talk to Coach Z, he was, you know, really prioritizing just keeping his team very cohesive and trying to keep scoring as much as he could. But I also think now at this point in the season, I think it's really important for the Jaguars to be reducing their turnovers.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's something they struggle with, especially with height as a disadvantage, but also just sometimes a lack of miscommunication. Or miscommunication, my apologies.
Yeah.
But I also think they just need to continue to be communicating. Morgan Wersch even said as her captain, you know, like mission statement, she really does want to continue to prioritize open communication and hearing everyone's ideas out. I think in doing so, they can really reduce those, and it'll help keep that scoring high like Coach Z wants.
Yeah, and I mean, again, Morgan, she's a great talker on the court. As I mentioned before in this previous broadcast, Melanie, Kate, too, especially, great talkers on and off the court, especially on the bench. As you saw in that Mags game, Melanie, she did get in foul trouble pretty early, but she's still on the bench, still giving out advice, directing traffic, getting people where they need to be, and that's something that's super important. I think a super valuable skill as a team captain here. But again, as you mentioned, turnovers. A lot of these turnovers are backcourt not being able to break the press turnovers, and that is something that this team, with how guard heavy it is more than capable to do. Some of these passes just in the middle, they got to be a little stronger, a little quicker, or you got to fake high, bounce pass low, just a little bit quicker decision making on the type of pass you want to throw and breaking that press.
Yeah, with 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the third, Jaguars leading 36-16 against the Howland Tigers.
I think Howland has some great stamina here too for most of their team having to play 2 quarters of JV. I mean, props to them. As a whole team, that's definitely not easy to do.
They go for the 3, and that's pretty vertical. They'll make it.
Yeah.
Those are some of my favorite shots is when it's just like
I know.
a beautiful
Rainbow.
parabola.
Rainbow.
Parabola? Parabola. Kate Mocho. Oh, some strong defense there from Howland, but Kate Mocho gets that pass over
She
to
does
Sophie
a great
Stellick.
job of using her pivot foot to create some space, as you saw there.
Melanie Alvarenga.
Lost the ball inside there, gets called for a travel. As you can see, when she was coming up the court, she was kind of looking at Coach Z for a little bit of direction where to go here. He didn't really give her a whole lot. So, and again, that's something too. When your offense, sometimes those plays aren't working. Sometimes you're getting a little bit too long to develop. That's just when your individual player instincts got to kick in. You see that you have a bit of a lane off the switch, off the screen, and that's just something where you got to attack. And Melanie did a good job taking advantage of that. Just unfortunately lost the ball down low.
Howland will try to go for the 3. That'll bounce right off the rim. A little too short. That'll return back to Jaguars' possession. Yeah, it's interesting to see. Obviously, Coach Lee's substitution can be interesting at times. Interesting to see how he integrates that more traditional second string in with his starters.
Yeah.
I always like to say that, Kate Mocho, Ruthie Becker, and Melanie Alvarenga are kind of a dynamic trio in some regards in the way Melanie's able to orchestrate how she gets the ball to either one of them.
Good help defense there by Brooke Haddad. Way to get inside and just being aware of your surroundings there. Great play by Brooke.
Yeah, with Brooke Haddad and Sophie Stellick in, it's interesting to see how they're performing. Unfortunately, a little to the right for Ruthie Becker. The Tigers will take it back down.
Off the mark there by Howland. Offensive rebound. And I believe Sophie Stellick's going to get called for foul there. But, yeah, both Brooke Haddad and Sophie Stellick, they're juniors right now, but both have got tremendous size, strength, athletic ability. I think this year on varsity and being able to just play at this type of level, I think they'll become great inside presences next year for your varsity squad. Howland will miss the first free throw.
Lizzie Gus and Nia French will sub in for Brooke Haddad and Ruthie Becker. Lizzie Gus, also an interesting player to watch, also plays JV, swings up to varsity. She can kind of adapt and fill in where she needs to at times.
Yeah, this rotation here a little bit quicker, so you hope to see some of these fast break plays, transition come out here
Tigers will plant that
towards the
second
end
one.
of this third quarter.
Yeah, 36-20. Jaguars with a 16-point lead with 3 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the third quarter. I'm going to have to say, I think Kate Mocho and that referee are best friends now.
Yeah, I know.
They've been laughing quite a bit.
They were very friendly. They acknowledged us here in the booth, which is always nice because a lot of times this booth is so out of the way. Kate Mocho with the off-balance put-up looked like a pretty good shot.
Sophie Stahl will fight that for the Jaguars.
But, yeah, these refs are a fun bunch tonight. Couple calls I have to disagree with, but overall they've been doing a pretty good job.
In case any viewers are interested, Emily did play with a lot of these girls for 3 years, freshman, sophomore, and junior year.
Yeah.
So I think you probably more than me know the insides.
I promise I know what I'm talking about, guys. I promise I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's been fun getting to interact with this team. I think I've talked about this on a previous broadcast before, but I've gotten the chance to sit down and produce content with them for different athletics, content and media. A very laid-back team, very chill. They're down to do whatever I need them to do.
It's a very fun group overall. Away bus rides, good tip out there by Melanie Alvarenga. Bus rides, you've always got the speaker going. You've always got a little bit of energy going. Everybody's always there to kind of lift each other up. Overall, it's just super fun group.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how their traits kind of balance each other out.
Yeah.
Kate Mocho and Melanie Alvarenga a little bit more reserved compared to Morgan Wersch, even Ruthie Becker per se, but it's interesting how that all balances out and really translates beautifully onto the court.
Yeah. I mean, again, you talked Morgan Wersch, Ruthie Becker. I definitely think they're a little bit, Morgan, definitely a little bit more like outspoken on how they're feeling and like what they're doing. And again, but that's something that
Mia
comes with
French
leadership.
some strong defense there.
As you said, Kate and Melanie are a little bit more reserved. So Morgan
Tigers
and
take the 3.
Ruthie too, just being able to like be a little bit more vocal and get kind of everybody going. But I think overall everybody's traits balance out, and this is a great set of captains that this team has. And I think they set
Mia
great
French
examples.
will take the 3. A little too powerful there. Bounces off the side.
I think they set great examples here for your underclassmen on
Ooh,
this team.
Kate Mocho working some strong defense there. Oh, but unfortunately, 25 able to get into the paint. She misses that shot though. Melanie Alvarenga will take it back up.
Let everybody clear out a little bit. As you can see, Coach Greg calling out some plays here.
With 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter, your score is 36-23 with the Jags in the lead.
Oh,
Lizzie Gus unable to get that pass.
that was a good cut though. Kind of looks like a play ran a couple years ago. Falcon coming off the screen, cutting hard.
Sophie Stellick and Kate Mocho out now. Sisters Cam Croce and Gabby Croce now in.
Melanie Alvarenga here, your only starter on the floor. So senior leadership, good to see here from Melanie Alvarenga. Hopefully they can direct everybody where they need to be.
Mia French tries to tip that off.
Good box out there back in the Jags combined. And Melanie just taking it all the way to the rim. Oh, they're going to either call a travel or a charge, I believe, on Melanie Alvarenga. But as you see, her speed there is just great. Being able to get down the floor quickly. And attacking inside, too, through traffic is something she's really great at. Sophie Selleck will check back in for Cam Croce. On the floor for your Jags, you got Nia French, Melanie Alvarenga, Lizzie Gus, Cam Croce.
I believe
and
that's
Sophie Selleck.
Gabby Croce that came out.
Oh.
Cam Croce still in.
You're true. I had
It's
one
hard.
Croce right.
Yeah,
They're sisters. You know?
they're sisters.
I was close.
They're basically the same. Just kidding.
I was close.
Yeah, interesting to see how both of their skills develop too. Just a year apart, Gabby is senior, Cam is junior. Getting to play together on various teams. Both have played their entire time here at SJA.
Good defense down low. Good steal by Melanie trying to push the floor.
Mia French will take the 3.
Little too strong off the back
Hits-
rim.
Yep. Cam Croce a little too short.
Lizzie Gus with the offensive rebound. She'll pull one up and it'll bounce and hit the wire up top.
But Sophie still able to rebound that, makes 2 that don't count. That's a real bummer.
Interesting to see too. Melanie's played pretty much the entire quarter, but all the other starters have been subbed out. Morgan Wersch got subbed out pretty early in the third quarter. She didn't come back in, but it is nice to see Sophie Selleck and Brooke Headhead get some of those minutes.
Lizzie Gus able to get a hold of that. Oh, but loses it back into Tigers' possession. It's really important that she continues to stay strong and kind of not plant her feet there, but stick with it.
About 6 seconds here left to go in this third quarter. Jags hoping to not let Tigers get a shot off.
And Sophie Stellick rebounds that. It is now the fourth quarter with your score at 36-23, and the Jaguars are in the lead.
Great quarter overall from the Jags. As you can see, Howland didn't press quite as much at this third quarter, so that obviously minimized some turnovers for the Jags. But overall, great offensive quarter, good ball movement. Coach Greg giving a bit of a pep talk here to his bench. Coming in for the JagWires, it looks like it'll be Brooke Haddad, Morgan Wersch, Kate Mocho, Ruth Becker, and Bree White. As we just said, a couple of those girls didn't play a whole lot the third quarter, so looking to get that back in. And let me just see how Coach C rotates here in this final fourth quarter. Nobody really in foul trouble.
Yeah, I think that's been an advantage here.
Yeah.
Obviously, we mentioned the foul troubles during that Magnificat game.
Morgan's got 3 fouls, but again, I think that's why Coach Z took her out in the beginning of the third quarter. Didn't want her picking up 2 other easy fouls. And refs are urging everybody to get back on the court and get this fourth quarter on the road.
Yeah, interesting to see not just our head coach, obviously, this time last year, whole different coaching staff.
Yeah.
We've talked about this previously, but all new adults that this team's dealing with, and I think they've done a wonderful job at listening. These coaches have also allowed them to have their voices heard, which goes a long way in high school basketball. And I think that's kind of translated really well, both off the court and on.
It's Morgan Wersch gets tied up down low there, trying to roll to the rim, and just got to be a little bit stronger with that ball there.
Yeah. Coach Z did say one thing he hopes that this team takes away is that they learn the importance of work ethic and hard work and, finding success through adversity or following adversity. I think these Jaguars are putting a phenomenal display on tonight of even that Brunswick game as well.
Yeah.
That Magnificat game was a tough one, a tough loss, around 30 points down, as well as the first couple games of the season. These Jaguars are still determined to make a name for themselves and find victory wherever they can. Kate Mocho will fight for that ball with a Tiger.
Yeah, no, I do. I think that especially for some of these seniors who were in that Mags game and who played their hearts out towards the end of that last season, I do think that this season comes as a bit personal to them. They want to prove that they can move forward and that they are more than just the coaches they play for. Each individual player has such amazing strengths. And I think it's just really important that, especially these 6 seniors here, they have a
Bree
great
White
season.
puts that up for 2. That was beautiful.
Yeah, great opposite hand layup there. But all these seniors, too, a couple of them came back this year. Ruthie Becker, after not playing last year. It's just amazing to see how far all these girls have come, and getting to watch them play over the last 4 years has truly been amazing. It's been a privilege to see how hard they work and the heart and the spirit that they bring every day to this gym.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think we've talked about this before, Ruthie in particular. We touched on this a bit at that Austintown Fitch broadcast, but seems still fairly semi-automatic in how she plays. I can tell she cares for this team. Still pretty much the same.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it's just super impressive. She's always had a great 3-point outside stroke, and just,
Tiger's able to put 2. They'll bring the score up.
Bree White, a little surprised there. She got called for the foul down low. But no, as I was saying, Ruthie Becker, super incredible watch her play, as Melanie Alvarenga will check back in here for Brooke Haddad.
You got your
starters on the floor. A little interesting to see here, but
interesting to see this happening in the later part of fourth quarter. I'm assuming Coach Z, my apologies, is hoping to kind of solidify this gap here, make a bit more scoring, and then possibly integrate their second string in towards the end of the fourth quarter.
As long as they keep playing, keep hustling like how they're playing.
Ruthie Becker with the 3 a little far to the right, but it's all right. She still makes contact with the rim.
Way to crash the boards there.
Melanie Alvarenga will go for the 3. Beautiful. Just the right amount of time that she's able to set her feet a little bit, get a defender off of her, and stay calm and collected. Kate Mocho, some strong defense here.
Good ball pressure. No, I expect to see probably around the 4-ish, maybe a little bit before 4-minute mark, you might see Coach Z integrate a little bit of his bench. Great box out down low by Melanie, keeping Howland off the...
Morgan Wersch, my apologies.
Good
nice
cross-court pass there. And Howland's calling a timeout. Great way to push the offense there for the Jags. Like you said, just give themselves a little extra boost here. And I think eventually you'll start to see this bench get integrated and hopefully finish out this game for your Jags.
Tigers look a bit unsure about what they want their plan to be, a little defeated here. While Smiles all with the Jaguars. And we're back. Following the timeout, your score is 43-26 in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes and 49 seconds remaining. These Jaguars are ecstatic to be on this court. Having this much of a lead is exciting and really deserving. They've worked really hard this season.
Yeah, I mean, again, with this type of lead, this is some of the time where Coach Z wants to see some of these girls work on their offense. But again, this is the point in the game where you start playing a little bit more fun. You start having some fun with the game.
Melanie Alvarenga loses control of that ball a little bit. Kate Mocho goes for the three, a bit short, bit unlike her as well.
Yeah, but she's been chugging up a whole bunch of threes a lot of the game. She's had a great game. Eventually, you're just going to get a little fatigued here.
Right.
But great shot opportunity, great backcourt defense, making that by Melanie and Kate, making that shot possible.
Bree makes the pass over to Melanie Alvarenga, who finds that open spot. She'll take the three. Short, though. That'll go over to Tigers' possession.
Yeah, I think Kate and Melanie and Ruthie have definitely played a lot of minutes this game. They've done a great job this game so far. Looking a little fatigued, but still giving it their all, and that's all you can really ask for as a coach.
Yeah, interesting to see both Bree White and Kate Mocho tied with 9 points here. 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Melanie just behind them with 8.
She'll work the court. Needs to settle just a second before she made that pass. People were still moving.
Yeah, again, those over the good hustle back though. Again, some of those overhead, like real long cross-court passes are just hard passes, difficult passes to make through traffic as Kate Mocho gets it knocked out of her hands. And Cam Croce will check in here for Ruth Becker.
Some giggles on the court as Melanie went up for that block. Kind of just flew. Got to compose themselves for this remaining 4 minutes. Cam Croce at the top now, makes the pass over to Melanie Alvarenga.
Morgan trying to seal down low. Just got to roll a little bit harder. Oh.
Bree White not so sure about that
Refs
call.
are calling another foul here. Luckily, that's only Bree's first, so not too much to worry about here, but maybe on the screen or handoff there. Maybe she's moving. This one particular ref, though, he's called a lot of fouls this game.
It's okay, Emily. It's okay. Tigers will go for the three. Bit strong, hits the board. Return back to Jaguars' possession. It's so great to see this team smiling, laughing.
Yeah.
Even after today, I get to spend my afternoons usually talking basketball with Melanie and Ruthie within my study hall. And it's always fun hearing what's going on in the team. A lot of times there are challenges, but they're also pretty successful. And I enjoy hearing about that.
Refs yelling at some players here to tuck in their jerseys when they check in on the court. Sophie Selleck checks in for Bree White. As Howland's going to bring their press here for the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Cam Croce makes that pass over to Melanie Alvarenga. She loses control, but that's all right.
Reach and foul there.
A foul there, yeah. 43-26 in the fourth. Yeah, I honestly think, too, I know I keep talking about this, but how laid back they are, I think it's allowing them to play in a way more relaxed manner.
Yeah.
Yes, possibility of more mistakes, but I think in some regards they're also starting to loosen up and just play and go with the flow a bit more.
Yeah, no, I
Croce
agree.
makes the pass to Melanie Alvarenga. She'll go for the three.
She'll
plant
nails
that.
the three. Melanie Alvarenga now, I believe, is your leading scorer with 11 points. She's had great stroke this game. Great job facilitating the offense like always.
Tigers will go for the three.
Respond
They're
right
not
back.
letting Melanie have all the attention there. They need it themselves. Cam Croce a bit stuck there, hoping Melanie or someone opens up. Unfortunately, Kate Mocho just doesn't have the height right there and wasn't able to get the pass from her. Number 31 for the Tigers able to put that up. Kate Mocho makes the pass over to Morgan Wersch.
Trying to get the ball over to the guard here. Morgan cutting down low, bringing that defender with her. Melanie had to pull back out there.
Cam Croce tries to make a shot there. Doesn't quite even make contact with the board. Tigers go for another three.
Jags are doing a good job right now. Just kind of trying to manage the clock, make him shoot that threes. You know, sometimes, especially earlier in the game, you can be a little bit jumpy up on the arc here as Coach Z will sub in 4. Ruth Becker, Lizzie Gus, Bree White, Nia French, and he'll leave Melanie Alvarenga in for the remainder 2 minutes and 45 seconds. But Jags are doing a good job forcing Howland to just take some shots they probably aren't looking to take. So
Right.
great job being disciplined on defense.
Ruthie Becker makes that pass over to Melanie Alvarenga. Makes the far pass to Nia French.
Good
Tries
kick
to do
out
a
there.
no-look pass over to Ruthie Becker, and
Ruthie.
she'll make the 3. You know, Emily, I've been telling Ruthie, I'm hoping one day she gives us a little 3 celebration.
I know.
I've been trying to get her to do it.
She's had a great game now.
She's got some lighthearted energy on and off the court, and it really brings the energy up.
Jags sideline wanted to travel as Howland steps out. As Howland will make some more substitutions here. About 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Your score is 49, JagWires 31, Howland. Again, Howland bringing up the press here. Coach Z did sub back in Bree White and Ruthie Becker. So you got Melanie Alvarenga, Ruth Becker, Nia French, Lizzie Gauss, and Bree White.
Sophie Stellick looking to be subbed in here in a second. Bree White tries to make some action there.
Good crossover, trying to
can't.
confuse the defense and getting baseline. And Gabby Croce, Cam Croce, and Sophie Stellick will all check in.
So Ruthie Becker, Melanie Alvarenga, and Bree White.
And like you said, here's your bench. Your final 2 minutes, waiting for them to step up. All these starters had a fantastic game. Definitely did what they're supposed to. Got some high scoring captains today, that's for sure.
Gabby Croce makes that pass over to number 14, Nia French. Lizzie Gus makes that pass to Gabby Croce.
And Coach Greg wants a full timeout here. And, you know, I'm expecting him to tell him, all right, minute 50 to go. Point margin's pretty large. Kind of just winding out the clock, staying on the perimeter. Unless he's going to go quick hit here, trying to score a quick bucket. I'm not sure, but right now for the Jags, it's pretty much about clock management, making sure you stay disciplined and not getting too sloppy with how you handle the ball.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a big fan of the Christmas music, Emily.
Oh, me too. It is
It's lifting the energy.
a great day, you know.
You know what I have to say? This, my favorite thing about getting to make content and work with a lot of these different teams is getting to hear their playlists.
Oh, yeah.
That's a rather like trivial thing, but even soccer, those are some big Swifties there. This
Yeah.
team you hear a little more
You hear a little bit
surprisingly
more-
Broadway, but also just a lot of rap, and
Yeah.
they're
Rap?
also big Christmas. Sometimes I walk in the mornings and they're doing morning shooting, and I get to hear
some Christmas music.
some Christmas
on.
music.
Yeah.
And I know deep down inside they're singing it.
We
They're singing it
definitely-
loud and proud.
Yeah, I can attest to that. Morning workouts, you always gotta have music on.
Yeah.
Definitely helps you get going a little bit, and that was something that we always enjoyed. Morning shoot around, time to be here at like 6:15, 6:45 in the morning.
I'm like, thanks for being vulnerable with us like that.
Oh, you're welcome. As Jags had a turnover underneath there in the basket. About a minute 30 to go.
Yeah, really important that they don't clog the key there, and just defend while also keeping their eyes up, communicating with one another.
Nia French looking for the ball down low. She ran the floor pretty well there coming on the court.
Cam Croce goes for the
With the
three, and she'll make
three.
that.
Lizzie playing some good defense down low. Sophie Selleck and Nia both had some great box outs down low in that last possession too as we wind down last minute here in this game.
55 seconds remaining in the fourth, 52-31. Jaguars are at ease right now, but also determined to win this one fair and square.
Yeah, 45 seconds to go.
Cam Croce, make that pass to Gabby. He'll put it up, try to make a 2 in the key, but can't quite deliver there.
Nia
French
fights
fights for it. Lizzie Gus is there to receive her pass.
And this is a little bit here now where you just got to kind of pull the ball out, work it around the perimeter, let the clock wind down. No need to go fast. No need to chuck up any unnecessary shots here.
For sure. Sophie Stellig makes that pass to Cami Croce. That'll stay in Jaguar possession as a Tiger hits it out.
21 seconds to go here in the fourth. Thank you to all the viewers, and thank you to all those who came to use tonight. Again, so fun to see all the kids come out and support our players and our girls, and especially on a great win here for the Jags.
Yeah, for sure. 10 seconds remaining now, 52-31. See if Cam Croce makes some action here. I think they're just going to work the arch a bit.
Kick it out to the perimeter, just kind of dribble it out.
And that is done. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game, brought to you by JagWire. Your final score to today's match is 52-31. St. Joseph Academy with the victory. Emily, me, Mary, and Alexi had a pleasure bringing this game to you tonight, and we look forward to bringing many more events to you moving forward. In particular, basketball. We'll be bringing every home game to you, so stay tuned. And this is JagWire signing off.